Blade Runner, since its inception in the 1980s, has been asking an awful lot of existential questions. And this is probably the hardest thing to say on video I've ever said. And Free League actually gives us this role-playing game that I already did the starter set in a previous video. This is the core rule though, this is the full shebang, and also we have the GM screen to take a look at it. Is this game going to be worth the amount of money that you have to pay to get your hands on it? I'm going to take a look at the book itself, the production values, before I actually read the game. Welcome to the GMS Magazine RPG unbooking videos. Blade Runner poses an awful lot of very hard questions, because the whole premise of the movie, at least the original one, they kind of sorted that one out with the recent one, but the original was actually a policeman pursuing a replicant that had gained consciousness, a biosynthetic creature that went from being a machine to being something else, which is something that maybe in the 80s we didn't think about enough, but right now, yeah, and with the increase and popularity and power of AIs, yeah, this is something that it's a lot closer to reality than we thought it could ever be when the movie came out. So this game, to say the least, is audacious because it brings an awful lot of topics that are definitely not for children, and they very clearly say that in the back of the book. However, like everything with Free League, they do think about everything, and they tend to do things very well indeed. The cover is perfect, absolutely perfect. It's so emblematic that just like with the starter set, even if you take away the title, you know exactly what you're gonna find inside. And if you're a fan or even watch the original films, that's it, you have it. I love the cartography. This is such an abstract map of future LA. Is beautiful. It tells you, it gives a very good idea of how large this space actually is, this ginormous megalopolis, and the fact that we have the whole city here and this is just one relatively small sector is fantastic. Again, I absolutely love the table of content. Beautifully laid out, everything perfectly put together. It tells me exactly what I am going to find. And you know, I'm thinking maybe I should be doing, let me know what you think, a comparison between the material in the core book and the material in the starter set, so you can decide a little bit better which one of the two products would be the best one for you. Let me know if you want that. Just leave me a comment and I will make it for you if you want me to. So, absolutely love describing LA in 2037, your Blade Runner. So this takes place between the first and the second film. Interesting enough. Your Blade Runner skills and specialties, competent chases. We get one. Seed, speaker, dogs, enforcer, fix, inspector, scheme. Okay, a fair number of classes in here. Combats from page 63 to 81. Not bad at all. Cities, divided city, sector, description of sectors 1 to 5, 4, 9, and 12, and then beyond downtown. Good. Governmental agencies, special interests, work in the case, tools of the trade. So these are the, and running Blade Runner. This is the gear. Okay, so again, the layout is just so gorgeous. So very cool. There's plenty of space, plenty of illustrations all over the place, leaving more than enough space for breathing. And because this is, as you know, I'm quite keen on these kind of details because of my dyslexia. It makes it very hard to read things that have very close together paragraphs. They somewhat mitigate this by dividing the text in different rectangles. So it's easier for me to identify where everything is, to divide it so things don't become muddled in my head. That is very, very good for accessibility. And the fact that every single page seems to be done in this manner is brilliant. Also, it gets rid of the problem I have with reading an awful lot of text, of white text against a black background. It makes it really difficult. But they really have thought about all sorts of things. And the art direction is just superb. Absolutely superb. So this is it. This is the book. This is the whole thing. And it looks absolutely glorious. Absolutely glorious. So let's take a look at this screen, shall we? And see what it comes with. Okay. Something for you. A bit of a protective sheet just describing what this is all about. And then we open this. It's a triptych, like so, with a great illustration in the back. Absolutely fantastic. And I like that they only have here Blade Runner, the role-playing game, nothing else, just so you can really enjoy this. I mean, you could hang this on a wall and make for an absolutely fantastic print. And the front is full of info. So we have the attribute scores, skill levels, improving skills, time units, range of categories, combat actions, stress factors, explosions, critical stresses effects. That's very good to have. LPD resource requests. Here it is. Critical injuries and crushing, and then piercing. Okay, this definitely... I'm interested about the LAPD resource requests, because how important is this going to be throughout the game to actually be needed here in the very center of this screen. I don't know, I thought that maybe the range categories of this would be more utilized than this, but hey, this on the table, looking good. Good height so you can overlook the table as well. It's you know, and that's it. I'm looking forward to reading this and see how they deal with the topics of empathy, of getting to understand your enemy, how they make both replicants and humans live together. Because that's something that in the original film from the 80s that didn't used to be the case at all. They were machines and treated as such, even though there were obviously a lot more. But then in the second movie, yeah, things change quite a lot. So as a fan of the franchise, this is incredibly promising, very, very exciting, and above all, before I actually read it, so beautiful. This is an absolute top-notch 10 out of 10 production for this book. In love. Absolutely in love. Thank you very much indeed for being there. I look forward to your comments. Let me know what you think. And again, let me know if you want me to do a comparison with the materials between the core rules book and the starter set. Until the next time, I will talk to you very, very soon. Take care.